Hello, my name is Kimberly Congelf, and I've chosen to do my healthcare education assignment on the Gardasil vaccine. Who needs HPV protection and why? I'm from Indiana State University in class Nurse 444, Community Health. The par that I've chosen are young women ages 9 through 26 who have not yet received the Gardasil HPV vaccine. I personally feel that this population is at risk because according to the CDC, about 14 million people become newly infected with one of the various types of HPV a year. Young women's sexual health education needs to be started at a young age before it is too late for them to receive the vaccine by its recommended age of 26. The PAR is also known as the population at risk, and I personally feel attached to this because I had very little education on my health as a young woman, as a girl, and I was probably offered the vaccine maybe once, and I didn't pay any homage to it. I didn't pay attention to getting it, and now that I am past age 26, it is not insured. It's still possible to get, but it's not covered, and it becomes a lot more difficult to educate and to get this out there, and I really feel that it's important. We're no longer in the Mesozoic era, guys. Let's leave those dinosaurs in the past because technology is meant to serve us. HPV and U, the Gardasil vaccine solution. The CDC states there are currently 79 million Americans carrying the HPV virus. There are many more likely to be unknowingly. HPV can lead to many types of cancers which can be passed to your sexual partners, namely cervical cancer for women. Gardasil, the HPV vaccine, is a too little used resource that prevents new occurrences. Here is your pre-test. Number 1. What is the most common sexually transmitted infection in the United States? Is it A. Chlamydia, B. HIV, C. HPV, otherwise known as the human papillomavirus, or D. Gonorrhea? Number 2. How is HPV passed from one person to another? You would be surprised how many people don't know how sexual transmitted infections are passed and exactly the process it takes. So we're going to go with either A, solid high five. Can you get it when B, someone sneezes on you? C, a curse bestowed unto you? Or D, through sexual contact? Number 3. What types of cervical cancer is HPV thought to be a primary risk factor for? Is it known to help cause A. cervical cancer, B. breast cancer, C. prostate cancer, or D. lung cancer? Number 4. How long can it take for symptoms to show up on your body after initial infection? Can it take A. 1 year, B. 1 month, C. 1 day, or D. can it be instantaneous? And number 5, can condoms help protect against HPV? A. Yes, B. No, C. definitely no, or D. only magic condoms? Number 6, at what age is the Gardasil vaccine recommended to be first given? When you're a baby, that's A, or B, 11 years old, C, age 21, or D, by the time you're a grandmother? Number 7, can you get an allergic reaction to Gardasil? A, no, not if you're very strong. B, yes, only if you are allergic to eggs. C, yes, it is possible to have an allergic reaction to any medication or vaccine. Or D, answers A and B. Number 8, have you been vaccinated? A, yes, B, no, C, I don't know, D, no, but I will get it. Number 9, do insurances cover Gardasil? A, many insurances such as Blue Cross Blue Shield cover the Gardasil vaccine. B, yes, but only up to age 26. C, yes, but you may still be responsible for a copay. D, answers A, B, and C. And finally, number 10, are you a believer in vaccines as preventative medical practice? A, yes, B, no, C, I think they're poison, or D, evidence-based practice is always the answer. What is HPV and why should I be worried? As I listed before, HPV is otherwise known as the human papillomavirus, and it's the most commonly transmitted infection in the U.S., with an incidence rate in our country of 5.5 million new cases each year and 24 million active cases. This creates a prevalence rate of HPV for adults aged 18 through 69 at 7.3% during the years of 2011 through 2014. And how is it spread? What issues can HPV cause? There are more than 100 types of HPV. It's spread through sexual skin-to-skin contact, and it is thought to be the primary risk for cervical cancer. HPV is commonly passed between partners, therefore raising the chances of aiding in giving certain cancers to your spouse. It can take a very long time to see the effects of the infection, sometimes up to 1 year, so many do not immediately know that they've been infected. The objective is students will be able to describe the Gardasil vaccine, its intended cause, and where to obtain it. The HPV vaccine helps protect you against certain types of HPV that can lead to cancer or genital warts, also known by the brand name Gardasil 9. The HPV vaccine protects against HPV type 16 and 18, the two types that cause 80% of cervical cancer cases, HPV type 6 and 11, which causes 90% of genital warts cases. This is quoted by Planned Parenthood. It's recommended for children starting at ages 11 or 12 so that by the time they do become sexually active, they're completely protected. Where can you go to get this vaccine? If you're female or have a female daughter between the ages of 9 through 26, you can inquire about the Gardasil vaccine at your primary care provider's office, the OBGYN specialist, or your local health clinic. Now for the post-test. What is the most common sexually transmitted infection in the United States? It's HPV. How is it passed from one person to another? Through sexual contact. What type of cancer is HPV thought to be a primary risk factor for? Cervical cancer. How long can it take for symptoms to show up on your body after initial infection? It can take up to a year, so it can be easily missed. Can condoms help protect against HPV? Absolutely yes. And at what age is the Gardasil vaccine recommended to be first given? By at least 11 years old, but not before. Can you get an allergic reaction to Gardasil? Yes, it's possible to have an allergic reaction to any medication or vaccine. Have you been HPV vaccinated? None of those answers are wrong. Do insurances cover Gardasil? Many insurances, such as Blue Cross Blue Shield, cover the Gardasil vaccine. Yes, but only up to age 26. And yes, but you still may be responsible for a copay. All of those answers are correct. And finally, how did you like my presentation? Hopefully you did not fall asleep. And these are my references. Thank you.